Hello students, now we are moving to section 2. This is the fundamental and foundation for you. So I will tell you that you must have to focus on this section because in this section you are going to understand about how you can import your data, transform your data in the Power BI, and how you can clean up your data so that the data can be easily understandable. So without wasting time, let us directly jump to the screen. Okay. Now, on the screen in the Power BI course, I have created few of the raw files, and the raw files, there are total three Excel sheets are there. These all the Excel sheets I am going to share you as a resources section so you can download it. Now here, this is the first Excel which is mainly related to the global superstore where I have downloaded one data of the one particular superstore. So how many orders has been placed from the which region? You can see that in the sheets of orders there are multiple columns are there. One is row ID, second is order ID, order date, then when the order has been shipped, by which mode the order has been shipped, what was the customer ID and its name, and what was it the which was the segment, like is a consumer or corporate or home, and their address with the including state and country, and the regions are there, and which market your order has been gone or like delivered, what was the product ID and from which category, what was the product like subcategory, which particular product you have sold it, and how much sales you have generated, how much quantity, what was the discount has been given, net profit, and the shipping charge, including the order priority. So these are the these are the data where you can see that total 51,300, approximately 51,300 line items are there. So these are the bulk data. This is the benefit of the Power BI. So why we are using the Power BI? I hope you may have this question. Yes, you are correct. In the Excel you can create the analysis report, but it may loading or it will not get interactive when your data is keep changing. So at that time Power BI will be very helpful. So I hope you are getting why the Power BI will be super tool to analyze the data, large number of data. Okay. Now in the return sheet, there are the three columns. What are the ID has been returned, and from the which region the order has been returned. Now what are the different number of persons and from which regions are there. So these are the three sheets which we are going to load it. Now I am opening another sheet which is related to the comma separated value. Let me give you the brief understanding difference between XLSX and the comma separated values. So the sheets are similar. What are the datas which we show in the first sheet order? You can see that the same data is available over here. But here the data has been separated with the help of comma. No formatting, no formula, no coloring, anything, nothing. Yes. So without that, our data will be easy to load and quickly you can load it in the Power BI. Although the data is same, but this is the two sheets which I have in my Excel sheet format, like one is XLSX and another is CSV, that we are going to load it. So let us open our Power BI desktop. I hope in the section 1 you are able to download it and you have gone through few of the things which I discussed earlier lecture. Now, whenever your screen will be opened up, you may see that there are blank report button, then different tabs are there. Yes, you can load your data from different tools like one lake catalog, Excel workbook, like SQL server. Also, there are the sample data is there. You can practice it with the help of this button. And if you want to load your data from other sources, you may have to go over here. Yes, we are going to understand it later on, but now let us directly click on the Excel tab. Okay, and just select your file. Currently I'm just loading global superstore XLSX which we just saw. So until it is loading, let us wait for a minute. It is connecting the data with the Excel and all the three sheets which we were discussing. Like you can see that there are three sheets are being loaded. One is written. In the return, you Remember how many columns were there? Yes, it is three columns were there. Under the people tab, there were the two columns were there. Under the order tab, different columns were there, and the data was looks like this. Now, if you want to load particular data, like only these two sheets you want to load, or three sheets you all the three sheets you want to load, yes, you can load it. Currently, we have just selected only one Excel. That's why it is showing only one Excel. If you have selected multiple, yes, it will be shown over here, and you have to click on the small arrow key to open the different sheets. Now, there are two buttons are there: load, transform data, and the cancel. If you want to cancel it, yes, it is like you have to press it over here, cancel. Now, what is the difference between load and the transform? It may possible that your data is not proper. You want to transform it in such a way that your data looks easy to understand. Like let's assume that if you want to split particular column, if you want to add a particular column, if you want to have a calculated column, so at that time you may create the transform data. Yes, we are going to understand it in a later stage, but yes, when you click on this button, it will be open a power query. If you are aware of this, then it is good. If you are not, I am here to teach you that too. So now directly without wasting the time and without transforming, yes, we can transform the data later on also. So I'm just loading the data. Okay, so let us press the load button. Yes, you can see on the screen that the, the different tables. What are the our tables? Yes, three tables were there, correct? Like three seats were there. All the seats are being loaded, like people, return, and the orders. Once it is done, you may see the tick mark over here. Let us wait for a while unless it is being loaded. And yes, and it is now loading the data. It will take only a few minutes. Yes, because our number of line items are there. So that's why it is taking some time. Yes, you can see all the rows are as added. Now, how you can understand that, how you may aware that whether our data is being loaded properly or not. So here on the right hand side, you can see that data tab is getting visible. If it is not visible, you may have to click on the these two small arrows so that your data will be visible over here. Now, once you click on this button, all the columns which are there under the order tab will be visible or will be shown over here. Okay, under the people, two columns were there. Under the returns, three columns were there. Yes, it is visible. So by this way, our data is being visible over here. Now, how you can understand that whether the data is loaded properly or not? So here on the left hand side, table view is there. If you click on the order tab, the order table will be visible. If you click on the people tab, people table will be visible. And similarly for the return. If you do not want to see the return table, or if you do not want to utilize this return table at that time, you may have to click on this button so that you can hide it. Now, if you go in the report view, you can see that now that return table is not getting visible. I hope it is clear to you. And now, if you want to again see it, just click over here. Our data is already loaded. The report view, the table is visible. Now, if you want to delete this return table, how you can see delete it? Yes, click on this three dot button over here. Okay, and delete from the model and click on the yes. Yes. Now our table has been deleted. Now I was telling you how you can import the data from the Excel from home tab. Yes, you can do it if you have skipped first tab. So again we are going to load, but this time only return table which we are going to load. So here, from here also you can go directly in the Excel workbook, or directly you can press this button. I'm pressing this, again selecting the same Excel as our Excel sheet. Okay, and this time I am going to just load only the return table. Just click and the return table, load it. Now again it is being loaded. All the remaining tables are already there, so it will be not loading, and the table has been loaded. Now I will teach you how you can load the CSV table. So just click on the get data. click on the text CSV. Okay, and here on the same path where your file has been placed, you can see that CSV is being visible. You can also import the txt file, which is the notepad file, by this similar way. Here it will ask that how your file is being separated, like what is the delimiter. In sometimes like notepad, space will be the delimiter or underscore will be the delimiter. At that time, yes, you can see when you click on here, there is comma, equal sign, semicolon, space, tab, or custom also is there. If you want to have a underscore where your data is being separated with the underscore, at that time you are going to click on this custom. Currently we have already selected CSV. That means our data is being separated with the help of a comma, which is by default Excel tab. So wherever the comma is there, it is considering one column. You can see that all the columns are being properly loaded. And if you want to have enter data set, you can click it over here. And this is just a region, like which are the regions, but I'm not going to go in detail. Now let us directly load this data. Okay, and now a global superstore is being loaded. You can see that the speed of how our data is being loaded. You see, yes, here it didn't consume our much time. Why? Because it is the CSV file. CSV doesn't have any formula. It is just a values, comma separated values. So that's why it is not taking too much time. So I hope this is clear to you what I give the explanation. Now what I want you to do, you download the sheets from the resource tab, open the Power BI, load the data, delete particular sheet, again import the data and also the load the CSV file. Go with these different things like different tables and their columns, whether it is visible or not, and also the table view. So if you do this practice, and then also we will able to move further, and see you soon in the next